Good evening. It's Tuesday the 9th of May and just another quick video I wanted to do a couple of days after I've uploaded my other one. Just want to say a massive thanks to Rick in Tenerife, just Rick, or Rick and Shelley, for the sharing of my Sunday's video. Since yesterday I've had 140 extra views since he shared it on his platform, which just want to say a massive thank you for him for sharing my little channel. Just want to say a lot of messages have come my way from different people all around the world. From US last night I got a message, say from Spain, and even my mate Warnsey sent me a message to say thanks very much and well done for what you're doing and trying to spread the awareness of what the prostate cancer is all about. It's messages like that that keeps your spirit up, and you know, it's I like making these little videos. I hope it helps any person who watches it. I know not every person here who's interested in, you know, the prostate cancer side, but I do know people have come here because of different reasons, whether because of partners who have been diagnosed or themselves. So, you know, I enjoy doing these little videos. It's only a small little channel, you know, I'm now up to 110 subscribers, and it really does appreciate all the little messages you get from around everywhere, some family, friends, and just it's good to see the support, so it's fantastic. For those who only just joined halfway through my journey, I'm just going to give you a brief, quick reason why and what and when. My name's Neil. I'm 52 years old from a village south of Norfolk, very small village, about 15 miles south of Norwich in the east of the UK. I know I have some friends in the US and New Zealand who don't exactly know where Norwich is, but we're on the east coast and we're a small little village in South Norfolk. And where my journey started, I'm going to try and briefly squeeze it all down, is last August I went to Latvia with my partner, who came from there 20 years ago, and she has a blood test done every year, and I decided I wanted a blood test for no reason, I just wanted one. So cut a long story short, the nurse agreed to do it, and it cost me €20 for a full blood test, which you couldn't say no. The results were in 3 hours and in English on my email on my phone, and believe it or not, it came through at 1 o'clock. We had a full blood test, didn't really know what I wanted, some kidney, liver, glucose, white cells, red cells, thyroid, and one of them was prostate. Results come back, and my prostate, the PSA, was slightly raised. PSA can be anything from 0 to 1,000, but 0 to 4 is the normal range, and anything above 4 is just an engine light comes on, and I was 5.6. So a quick look to see what PSA meant. It could mean quite a few things. It could mean enlarged prostate, it could mean water infection. So I had another one done the next day. It cost me €4. Results in 3 hours, it was 5.6. So we come home to the UK, had 2 more blood tests, and all roughly the same figure. So we went to see the doctor who done the digital rectal exam, who come to see you. From there went to an MRI, who found a little image. From the image we done 20 biopsies, and from the biopsies in November I got the news on the 29th of December that I had 5 positives for prostate cancer. So from then I had to see the surgeon in January, who booked me in for a prostatectomy, which is the removal of the prostate. And the result of that was on the 3rd of April. We had the removal of the prostatectomy at the Norfolk and Norwich Hospital. And where I sit now is on week 5 post operation. And in 2 weeks' time, I'm going to have a blood test, which will be for the PSA again. If you haven't got a prostate, you shouldn't have any PSA. But this will detect whether I've got anything left in there. I don't think I have. I think the surgeon said he'd removed everything. And again, quickly looking at the pathology report, I think everything should be contained. So we're not out of the woods yet, but that's a quick story where we're from. If you haven't followed my journey, I know some people have followed it from video to video, but some people have just come in at the last minute and just sort of quickly seeing what was happening. What I want to say is that from the start of the journey, it has been difficult. I won't lie about it. It's been a lot of emotions. I've kept fairly positive, been quite upbeat about it, because I think I knew at the start that at 52 years old, I'm pretty young for the prostatectomy. It's not, young, but most men of 67 to 75 would be the main category for the prostate removal. 29th of December was the worst day of my life. Got the phone call to say that you'd got 5 positives and you needed treatment. So we had to try and stay very, very positive as we could. It's not been easy, I won't lie. It hasn't been all plain sailing. But with good friends and the support I've been given at work, messenger and emails from friends all around, I've got a good network of friends at work and at the bowls I play, so I've got a good support. Any wife who has subscribed to me just trying to watch this to help their partner, please support him as much as you can. Any friend, let me just try and move that around the lights. Any friend out there who's will always support you. But if you know anybody who's going through a hard time, not just prostate cancer, but anyone who's having a hard time in general, whether they're ill or just need some support, just try and reach out for them. Just to try and quick message, quick phone call, quick email, just to see if they're all okay. Not everyone is in the same place as myself, being positive and have good friends. Some people haven't got that network, and they could be struggling mentally at home on their own. Again, when you get dealt this news, it's very, very hard to take. The emotions run wild, and you need to try and keep upbeat and as positive as you can. It's hard. It is hard. It's very, very, very hard. But you need good support, a good network of friends, and just try and reach out to someone who may need your support. You might not think they do, but they do. They do. Just a quick message. I've had some good friends, I've mentioned it before, who message me most days, not every day. Don't pester me. Just that quick. All right, bud. How's it going? Anything you need, give us a shout. So just a quick message to any person who you think needs a little bit of support. Don't cost nothing. Friendship and manners cost nothing at all. So, I had a present, as I said before, I had a present from a friend who lives opposite side of the country. And I just messaged him, why did you send me this? And he said, Neil, a few years ago, when I needed support, you were there for me. So I'm repaying the favour. So I'm just going to be there for you when I can. We're all human beings. No matter what's going on in your life, we're all human beings, and we all just need some support here and there. One thing I will say, going through this, if you are going through the prostate side, you will have good and bad days. Don't even think that you won't. You will. There could be some little thing at work where someone said they haven't got no sugar for the tea and it's the biggest thing in the world. And you're just going to react to it. Sometimes with me, I just had to get up and walk out the office. It's no fault of theirs. It's my issue, not theirs. So I deal with it by just walking away from different situations. But you're going to have good days, but you're going to have some bad days as well. It's really an emotional roller coaster. But we'll try and get through it. It's allowed. You're allowed to have a bad day. And I say, partners, there'll be times when your husband will just try to process the news in his head. All you can do is just be there for him, support him. And if he wants another cup of tea and he wants this, wants that, he's your rock. He is your your husband, and he just needs that little bit of support from you while he gets his head round some of the worst news you're ever going to know in your lifetime. So just try and be there for him. And again, any friends, just try and recognise when some of your friends just need that little, just a little talk. You know, it doesn't have to be a phone call. It can just be a message on Messenger or WhatsApp. Just a little chat, just a 5-minute, just a chat maybe if over the phone, or just a little 2-3 line message, just so that they know you're there. Again, I've had some good friends who, you know, I know well, but there's been some friends who I know, 60-70%, but they've come out the woodwork, and they recognise that you try and be a good person to people, and they just return the favour. Again, I've at work, I've tried to try to be a good person, organise people to go back to their countries who can't do their COVID passports. I've booked holidays for people. I've printed tickets out. I've organised things. I've done this. I've done that. I've done this. And the way I look at it is that sometimes sometimes you're trying to be a good person, and you say to yourself that one day you might need support. You don't think you will. We're all 10 years ago, we're all fit and healthy, and we think, no, I'm fine. But you always say to yourself, do you know what? There might be one time I'm in that situation. There's always someone worse off than you, and there might just be that one time where, do you know what? Yeah, I think I might be in that situation one day. I hope not, but it happened to me. And again, for the last X amount of years, I tried to be a good person, help people, and try to do things for people. And it's what comes around goes around, and things happen for a reason. So just try to be a good person, try to help those, because it will come back. It will come back, and it will help you. And so what I want to this is just basically a sort of a mental sort of little video, really, just try and to try and get people to reach out for other people. Maybe it's a next door neighbour, maybe it's a friend they haven't spoke to for years, maybe it's some news from people at work who aren't feeling well. Again, it doesn't have to be a cancer related. It could just be someone who's going through a hard time, someone who's just needs some friends around them. And believe me, I know the people who have messaged me in the last 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, and I don't forget. You don't forget those people who are there when you needed them. Again, this nobody's hassled me. No one hassles me every day. No one writes an hour-long message. It's just that quick. Just anything you need, I'm here for you, mate. Just if you need it, And again, don't be scared. Don't be scared. The people who are genuine, I will always be there. And if you do need that help, any person who's watching this video who needs a little bit of help, just reach out for it. Again, I spoke to someone on Messenger last night about her husband's now going through the prostatectomy, and I just said to her, look, I'm here 24 hours a day as such. And she come from California. I can't think her name, Margaret is or something like that. And I just said to her, look, anything you need to know, I will try and help you. Obviously, every person's treatment is different. I can only help those people what I've been through. Some people who might have a different Gleason score to me. My Gleason score was a 4-3 and a 3-4. Those people who have gone through the prostate will understand what I mean. I can't talk about people who've had a 4+4 or a 5. So again, I had one 4+3 and a 1 3+4. So I can tell you what I've been through. And again, any person who wants to reach out to myself, you can find me on Facebook on Neil Davison, or as I said in yesterday's video, you can email me, neildavison5959 at btinternet.com, and I'll be more than happy just to answer any questions to any person at all, and any question. I'm always here, and I'm more than happy to help any person with a bit of anxiety over themselves or their partner. All I can tell you is some tips and tricks what happened to me, and all I can do is just try and help people who are worried, because you can be worried sick. Let's just say I'm not out of the woods yet. I still have a 2-week wait for a big blood test, and that's the biggest blood test of my life. So I'm not out of the woods, but keeping positive that, again, we think we caught it early. Pathology report is positive. So any person who wants any help, give us a shout, and we'll get back to you, no problem. So again, any person who you think just needs a little tap on the shoulder, a little message, just, are you right, mate? Just try and do it. You know, the world's a better place if we can try and make people happy. So let's just say just a quick 15-minute video. Again, like and subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications, as that's what they say. So I've got 110 subscribers now, which is fantastic, and say thanks to Rick for plugging my little channel again. And again, I'll come back in a couple of weeks' time after my PSA blood test and the pathology surgeon who will speak to me. So that's on the 22nd of May. That's 2 weeks away. So just thought I'd just do a little video just to say thank you very much for people who are watching this, following my journey. And again, anything you want to know, don't be scared to ask. Doesn't matter how small it is. It can be from men's pads to catheters to blood spasms to anything you want. I will try my best to answer in the best genuine way I can. So thanks very much for everybody for watching, and like and subscribe. Thank you very much.